नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य तिङन्तप्रक्रियायां 52 पाठः। नवम्बर् मासस्य 22 दिनाङ्कः। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। जुहोत्यादिगणस्य वर्गेषु अन्तिमः वर्गः। केचन हलन्ताः धातवः अवशिष्टाः। जुहोत्यादिगणे प्रथमः अंशः भवति द्वित्वम् अङ्गस्य सिद्धिः। श्लौ इति शपः लोपे सति द्वित्वं भवति। द्वित्वे किम् अङ्गम् इति निर्णीतम्। तत्र अङ्गं द्विविधं भवति, अजन्तं हलन्तं चेति। अजन्ताङ्गानां रूपसिद्धिः अधीता। अद्य हलन्ताङ्गानां रूपसिद्धिं पश्यामः। एते प्रत्ययाः सर्वदा स्मर्तव्यं रूपसिद्धौ। ति तः अति। झोन्तः इति अन्तादेशं बाधित्वा अदभ्यस्तात् इति अदादेशः भवति। सीथः थ मीवहमः इत्यन्ये प्रत्ययाः अनदन्ताङ्गेभ्यः ये प्रत्ययाः ते एव। यत्र विशिष्य दृश्यते तत्रैव भेदः। लङ्लकारे जसः झि इत्यस्य स्थाने सिजभ्यस्तविधिभ्यश्च इत्यनेन झेर्जुस् इति जुस् आदेशः भवति इत्यपि विशेषः। हलन्तधातूनां रूपसिद्धिं पश्यामः। हलन्तेषु पुनः भागद्वयम् अस्ति, अदुपधाः इगुपधाः। येषाम् उपधायाम् अकारः ह्रस्वकारः अस्ति, अन्येषाम् उपधायाम् इक् वर्णः दृश्यते। तत्र अदुपधाः धातवः त्रयः। धन् धातुः, तत्र द्वित्वे धन् धन् हलादिशेषः इति कृते दधन् इति अङ्गम्। जन् धातुः द्वित्वे जजन्। भस् धातुः द्वित्वे बभस् इति अङ्गं सिद्ध्यति। तत्र आदौ धन् धातुं पश्यामः। धन् दधन् ति इत्यस्ति। तत्र सूत्रं नष्टापदान्तस्य झलि। यदि झल् वर्णः परतः अस्ति तर्हि नष्टापदान्तस्य झलि इत्यनेन अनुस्वारः भवति। अनुस्वारस्य ययि परसवर्णः. So these two are the sandhis which happen wherever applicable for the dhatu. So नष्टापदान्तस्य झलि इत्यनुस्वारः, अनुस्वारस्य ययि परसवर्णः। तिप् सिप् इत्येतयोः प्रयोः हल्ज्ञाभ्यो दीर्घात् सुतिस्य पृक्तं हल् इत्यनेन अपृक्तस्य तकारस्य सकारस्य च लोपः. If you look at this, so all these are परस्मैपदी धातुस्. सर्वेपि एते हलन्ता धातवः परस्मैपदिनः, अतः परस्मैपदसहितस्यैव रूपस्य. So where this is marked in yellow, अनुस्वारः परसवर्णः उभयं भवति, अतः पुनः नकारः. You originally have the nakara, अनुस्वारे परसवर्णे पुनर्नकारः श्रूयते. दधन्ति दधन्तः दधन्तः दधन्थ इत्यादि. सि हि इत्येतयोः परयोः अनुस्वारः भवति, किन्तु यै वर्णः न इत्यतः परसवर्णः नास्ति. दधं दधंसि दधंहि इति. अन्येषु किमपि न भवति, दधन् इत्येव. दधन्ति दधन्तः दधनति, दधंसि दधन्तः दधन्थ, दधन्मि दधन्वः दधन्मः इत्यादीनि रूपाणि. Somebody wants to take the forms? Yes.
ददन्ति ददन्तः ददनति, ददंसि ददन्तः ददन्त, ददन्मि ददन्वः ददन्मः. You want me to do the load letter?
Yeah. Yes, all of them.
Okay. Okay. Dadantu dadantam, dadantat. Then dadantam dadanatu, dadanhi dadantat, dadamhi dadantat. Okay. The dadantam dadanta, then dadanani dadanava dadanama. Then adadana adadantam आदधनुः, then adadhan, adadantam, adadhanta, adadhanam, adadhanva, adadhanma. Dadanyat, dadanyatam, dadanyuhu, dadanyaha, dadanyatam, dadanyata, dadanyam, dadanyava, dadanyama.
Fine. इदानीं जनधातुः अस्ति द्वितीयः जनधातोः विशिष्य सूत्राणि सन्ति प्रथमं सूत्रम् अस्ति जनसनखनां सञ्झलोः इति जनसनखनां त्रयाणां धातूनां सनखन इत्युभयम् इतोपि अस्ति अग्रे अदादिगणे जनसनखनां सञ्झलोः सन् प्रत्यये परतः पुनश्च झलोः आत् इति अनुवर्तते प्रथम आकारादेशः भवति किङ् इति किति इति अर्थात् अपिति झलि पुनः झल् इत्यस्ति सनः अपि झल् इति विशेषणं झलि किङिति उभयोः विशेषणम् अतः द्विवारं झलः श्रवणं झलि किङिति झलादौ सनि किङिति झलि so when it meets a sun which is jhaladi and also an apit pratyaya which is jhaladi atvam bhavati so you have akara as the antadesha अंगाधिकारः असिद्धवदधिकारः जनसनखन धातूनाम् अङ्गस्य आकारः अन्तादेशः स्यात् झलादौ सनि झलादौ किङिति प्रत्यये च इति सूत्रार्थः जजन् तः इत्यस्ति तः इति अपित् प्रत्ययः किङित् सार्वधातुकम् अपित् इति ङित्वं ङिद्वद्भावः so you have the nakara is replaced by akara so you have ja ja a tah so ja and a akasavarne dirghah ityanena savarna dirghe ja iti bhavati so instead of jan you hear the ja whenever it is apit sarvadhatuka okay jhaladau apit so jajatah jajanti jajatah iti प्रथमं सूत्रं जनधातोः विशेषः जनसनखनां सञ्झलोः इत्यनेन आत्वं भवति द्वितीयमस्ति ये विभाषा so as you can see 42 6442 and 6443 so the meaning is very obvious yakaradau pratyeye pare atvam vikalpena bhavati so it is an optional atva when followed by an yakaradi pratyaya so the anuvratti and adhikara are all the same so janasanakhana dhatunam angasya akaraha antadeshah va syat yakaradau kiङiti so the previous was jhaladau kiङiti nityam atvam bhavati yakaradau kiङiti vikalpena atvam bhavati so jajan yat so you have jajayat jajanyat iti रूपद्वयं भवति तृतीयम् अपि सूत्रमस्ति जम गम हन जन खन घसां लोपः किङिति अनङि सो पञ्चधातवः सन्ति गम हन जन खन घसां लोपः किङिति अनङि अचि इति अनुवर्तते जिष्णुधातुभ्रुवाम् इत्यतः अचि इति अनुवर्तते उपधायाः इत्यपि अनुवर्तते सो यू हैव upadhayaha lopaha syat so the upadha that is the akara is deleted when followed by an ajadi kiङit so jhaladau atvam yakaradau vikalpena atvam ajadau lopaha एतेषां धातूनाम् अङ्गस्य उपधायाः लोपः स्यात् अजादौ किङिति प्रत्यये परे न तु अङि अनङ् इत्यस्ति अङ् इति विकरणप्रत्ययः लुङ्लकारे दृश्यते सो तत्र न भवति तदतिरिच्य अन्यत्र अजादौ किङिति प्रत्यये परे उपधा लोपः सो यू हैव जजन अति उपधायाः अकारस्य लोपे जज न अति नकारस्य जकारेण योगे स्तोश्चुनाश्चुः इत्यनेन श्चुत्वे जज्ञति जज्ञति इति रूपम्। अतः इदानीं जा धातोः विशिष्य त्रीणि सूत्राणि।
Samyuji?
Yes.
I just the first couple of sutras, I just couldn't understand why the akara and the nakara was replaced. Is it replacing P, but it doesn't seem to say anything about it?
Sorry, it is replacing. It is
In
not
the first
replacing.
two sutras, how did the and the nakara get replaced?
It is not.
Because it doesn't say what it's replacing.
No, it replaces only the nakara. It's the antadesha, alontyasya, and then we do a savarna dirgha. So you have jaja,
Okay. Right.
jaja. So akasavarna dirgha.
Right, that just started to come into my mind as I said it, but then I wasn't sure, so that's what I needed to know. Thanks.
Yeah. So sutra trayam vishishya jan dhatoh. So atvam. So jhaladau kingiti. So the blue ones, wherever it is jhal, atvam bhavati, nityam atvam bhavati. Janasanakhanam sorry, it's not the lopa. Yeah, sanjhalo. I always have a problem with recollecting the sutra. So Janasanakhanam kingityanang jhaladau kingiti. You have the sanjhaloh. Janasanakhanam sanjhaloh iti sutrena atvam bhavati. यकारादौ प्रत्यये परे ये विभाषा इत्यनेन विकल्पेन आत्वं भवति. So this one should actually be colored in brown because it refers to the yakaradi. And then the ajadi apit pratyaya ati, atu and uhu. So in those cases we have the upadha lopa. Gamasana jana khana ghasam lopaha ityanena upadha lopaha bhavati. So these three are special for janadhatu. The rest you have the usual anuswara parasavarna jajanti. So anusware parasavarne punah nakaraha. Sakare pare naschapadantasya jhali iti anuswaraha. For the rest there is no karya. Okay. Rav.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go slow because
No problem.
I have to.
Yeah.
Jajanti, jajataha, jajñati, jajamsi, jajataha, jajata, jajanmi, jajanvaha, jajanmaha. Okay, lot. Jajantu, jajatat, jajatam, jajñatu. Jajahi, jajatat, jajatam, jajata. Jajanani, jajanava, jajanama. Lang lakara parasmaipadam. Jajant, jajan.
Ajajan.
Not Ajajan.
Sorry, ajajan. Ajajatam. Ajajnuhu. Jajans.
Jajan. Ajajan. Tatrapi sakara.
Sorry. Ajajas.
Ajajan. So sakara is deleted by
sakara and takara is lopa. Yes. Ajajan. Ajajatam. Ajajata. Jajanam.
Ajajanam.
Jajanva. Ajajanam. Ajajanva. Ajajanma. Vidhiling lakaraha. That color, there's no indication, so
no, this is the one, this right side, so I forgot to change the color, so it will be one optional artho.
Okay. jajayat, jajanyat, jajayatam, jajanyatam, jajayuhu, jajanyuhu, jajayah, jajanyah, jajayatam, jajanyatam, jajayata, jajanyata, jajayam, jajanyam, jajayava, jajanyava, jajayama, jajanyama.
Yes. So
It is
Janadhato. Sorry. Yes.
tongue twister.
Ah.
It's quite a tongue twister.
Yeah. It is quite. I mean, quite difficult. Different forms. I think. I mean, they have all been used in the Vedas. That is why it's like it's a bit. But the Juhotyadikana forms are generally that, because you already have the Dvitva and also the Sandhi on the right hand side. So
Soumya, is this Juhotyadikana mostly used in Vedas?
not necessarily. Some of them are very popular. Say the da dhatu or the ma dhatu. They are popularly used in the Samskrita.
Laukika?
Yeah. The
Mhm.
thing is, I mean, if you are looking at Vyavaharika Samskrita, yes. I mean, in speaking, I'm sure like nobody uses anything other than the da dhatu. I don't think any other thing is used if you're looking only at the speaking or the spoken Sanskrit. Because, I mean, obviously the reason is, I mean, we know now. Because the forms are rather varied and it's not a regular Gana. But if you look at literature, yes, quite a few forms are used.
Yeah, like Kavyas and
Yeah,
Prabandhas
definitely.
and
Yeah,
Vedas.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The thing is, these days our, parichaya of prayoga comes mostly from the spoken thing rather than like the earlier days when it was almost exclusively from literature, right? I mean, it is good. I mean, there is nothing about the positives, but the thing is our familiarity with these forms, because the focus on literature has rather reduced. For a general person who is studying Samskrita, if you have not studied any kavyas or the actual literature, many of these forms are totally new, because there is no way anybody will use a, I mean, forget Janadhatu, but I mean, even the Juhotyadi Ganadhatus are not used in Vyavahara. Right? So, Satra Kashchana Prashnaha, how Stoshchunashchuhu is applied for Jagyuhu. Stohushchunashchuhu, Sakara Tavarga Yoho, Shakara Chavargabhyam Yoge. So there is a Tritiya which says that when it comes either before or after, so the Sakara or Tavarga is replaced by Chavarga. So Chavarga Akshara is Nyakara. So you have Jaj, Ny, Ati. So J and Ny together form the Nya. So Jajnyati. Okay. अन्ये प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा?
Soumyaji, in the last dhatu, the he was retaining the anuswara. What happened with the atvam that the he is using atvam here in the lakara? I just missed that part of the sutra.
This is
I can't
jhal.
visualize.
Hakara comes as a part of jhal.
Jal, right. Okay. Thank you.
So it's
That's it. I see it now.
okay. So idanim tritiyah adupadhah dhatuः bhas. Right. So bhas dhatoः विषये एकं सूत्रम् अस्ति. विशिष्य bhas धातोः विषये घसि भसोर् हलि च इति सूत्रम्. घसि भसोः घस् इति अदधातोः आदेशः. भस् धातुः उभयोः हलि च किं भवति? उपधालोपः इति अनुवर्तते. So you have the upadhalopa which is coming down, and kingiti ityapi asti, and also achi. So till the previous sutra you have from ajishnu dhatu bhruvam you have achi. So this says halicha. So both ajadi and haladi kingit. So any apit pratyaya, apit sarvadhatuka, you have the upadhalopa. Sarveshu haladau ajadau cha angadhikarah घसिभसोरङ्गस्य उपधायाः लोपः स्यात् किङिति प्रत्यये. So in general, whether it is ajadi or haladi, we have the upadha lopa. So you have babhas taha. So upadha akaraha, akarasya lope babh s taha. So babhas ati, ajadau api upadhayaः lope babh s ati. उभयोः हलादि अजादि अपित् प्रत्ययोः परयोः उपधालोपः भवति. अग्रे किं भवति? झलो झलि इति सूत्रमस्ति. So this is not specific to bhas. This is simply a sandhi sutra which applies everywhere in common. झलः इति पंचमी, झलि इति सप्तमी, सस्य इति षष्ठी अनुवर्तते, लोपः इति प्रथमा अपि अनुवर्तते. पूर्वत्र सिद्धमित्यधिकारः. झलः परस्य सस्य लोपः स्यात् झलि. So a sakara which is sandwiched between two jhal letters will be deleted. So atra babhas taha. Upadhalope krite babhs taha. Bhakarah jhal. Takarah api jhal. Jhalah parasya sasya lopah syat झलि इत्यनेन सकारस्य लोपे बभ् तः इति भवति. सर्वत्र झलादौ प्रत्यये सकारः लुप्यते. So now again there have to be some sandhis done, which we have done earlier. So the bhasa dhatu prakriya in the haladi or the ajadi apit can take two forms. So prathamam takaradau athava thakaradau pratyये pare babhas taha घसिभसोर हलिच इत्यनेन उपधा लोपः बभ् स तः झलो झलि इति सकारस्य लोपः. Because we are talking of takara or thakara in the pratyaya, the previous letter is always bhakara, so you have jhal on both sides. So sakara is deleted, so you have babh taha झषस्तथोर्धोधः. ऋधादिगणे इदं सूत्रम् अधीतम्. झषः परयोः तकारथकारयोः धकारः आदेशः. So takara thakara which is preceded by a jhash. So jhabhai ghadhadash, the mahaprana letters. So it is converted to dhakara. So you have babh dhaha, jhalam jhash jhashi ityanena jashtve babdhaha, babhasti babdhaha iti rupam. So the one set of prakriya is where you have the upadha lopa, salopa, and then dhatva and jashtva. So these come in a series. The second kind of prakriya where it is ajadi or ajhaladi, where there is no jhal following the sakara. So you have babhas ati, atrapi ghasi bhasor halicha ityanena upadhalopah bhavati, babh s ati. अत्र भकारस्य सकरे परे खरिच इत्यनेन चर्त्वे पकारः. So you have bapsati. Babhasti, babdhaha, bapsati. So it's not something which you can arrive at by just by intuitively, but so bhasadhatoh prakriyayam you have babhas, haladau pati piti kimapi karyam nasti. Babhas ti, so babhasti. अजादौ पिति अपि किमपि कार्यं नास्ति. सो पित्सु प्रत्ययेषु बभस् इत्येव भवति. बभसानि बभसाव बभसाम. तकारादौ अथवा थकारादौ अपिति you have the upadha lopa by घसि भसोर हलि च. झलो झलि इति सकारस्य लोपः, झषस्तथोर्धोधः इति धत्वं, झलां झषि इति जष्टुं सर्वं भवति. अन्यत्र अपिति उपधा लोपः chartvam. So the bhakara is converted to pakara. So on the thing, so the haladipit kimapi karyam nasti, so it just becomes babhas, and the ajadipit also it remains as babhas. Just 1 second please. So, yatra thakaraha. So you notice that I have already changed the thakara and thakara to dhakara because of chashastathor dhodha. Okay, I have made the change here. The pratyaya itself, because the pratyaya which changes. So pratyaya itself, everywhere you hear the dhakara. So all these are derived from takara and thakara. Only in the case of dhi, it is hushalbhyo her dhihi. So you readily have a dhakara. In all other cases, it is the takara or thakara which is changed to dhakara by jhashastathor dhodha. Okay. So when you have that, you have the upadhalopa and then salopa and then dhatvam, jashtvam. So you hear the anga is heard only as bab. Okay. Babdhaha, babdhaha, babdha, babdhi, babdhat, ityadi. So then you have the green ones, which is the ajadi or the ajhaladi pratyaya. Tatra, oh, I have not changed this. Just a second. Um, Kim Papu? Hmm? Hmm. Okay. Atra, the green ones, we have the upadhalopa by ghasi bhasor halicha, and then the bhakara gets converted to pakara by chartvam. So you have bapsati, bapsvaha, bapsmaha. So atra takar langlakare tip sipoh parayoh हल्ङ्याभ्यो दीर्घात् सुतिस्य पृक्तं हल् इत्यनेन प्रत्ययः लुप्यते. So you have ababhas. Tatra खरवसानयोर् विसर्जनीयः. ससजुषोरुः खरवसानयोर् विसर्जनीयः इत्यनेन ऋत्वे विसर्गे अबभः इति रूपम्. Okay. Himanshu?
Yes. Babhasti. Yes. Babdha. Bapsati. Babhapsasi.
Babhasi.
Babhasi. Babdha. Babdha. Babhasmi. Bapsavaha. Bapsamaha. Babhapstu. Babdhat. Babdham. Bapsatu. Babdhi. Babdhat. Babdham. Babdha. Babhasani. Babhasava. Babhasama. Ababha. Ababha. Ababat. Ababha. Sorry. Ababha. Ababdham. Abapsu.
Abapsuhu.
Abapsuhu. Thanks. Abapsuhu. Ababha. Ababdham. Ababdha. Ababhasam. Abapsma. Abapsma. Abapswa. Abapsma. Bapsayat. Bapsayatam. Bapsyuhu. Bapsyaha. Bapsyatam. Bapsyata. Bapsyam. Bapsyava. Bapsyama.
So bhasa dhatoh ekamaeva sutram. It's only one sutra you have to remember, which is घसि भसोर् हलि च उपधालोपः भवति अपीति. Okay, so what happens after that is all sandhi, right? So you have the sakara lopa, the chashastathordhodhaha or kharicha or chalam jashi. So they are all the normal sutras. So even though the rupas look challenging, there is nothing other than remembering that the upadha is deleted.
Swamiji, did we get a murda shakara over in the lung for va and ma? Did we get a murdani shakara for va and ma, or did it remain sakara?
No. There is no murdhanya here.
Okay, I thought I heard. So, and then yeah, and then for the what exactly is happening in the Parasmaiparam, okay, the Pratama Purusha and the Dvitiya Purusha, the Madhyama Purusha for with the Takara and the Sakara. What exactly is happening there?
Halyabhyo dirghatstasya praktam hal. So we delete the
And so you
takara
have
and sakara. So you have ababhas in both cases. Sasajashoruhu and khanavas.
right. Right, no, that's not a problem. So the actual the stem would be bub, right? Like we have in the blue. It would be the same as in the blue up above.
Babhas. Because it's pit.
Oh, babas. Oh, okay, babas. Okay, baba. So they baba. Ababaha.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So ete trayah adupadaha dhatavah. Dhan, jan, bhas. So dhanadhatoh vishaye vishishtam sutram nasti. Janadhatoh vishaye you have the janasanakhanam sanchaloho. And then gamasana janakhana ghasam lopaha kingityanangi. And then ye vibhasha. Okay, 3 sutras. 2 which give atvam and the third which gives upadhalopa. भसधातोः विषये उपधालोपस्य एकं सूत्रं घसि भसोर् हलि च हलादौ अजादौ च किङिति प्रत्यये उपधायाः लोपः. अग्रे इगुपधाः धातवः. येषाम् उपधायाम् इक् वर्णः अस्ति. तुर् धातुः, निज्, विज्, विष्, धिष् इति 5 धातवः सन्ति. So तुर् द्वित्वे कृते तुर् हलादिशेषः तुतुर्. निज् श्लौ इति द्वित्वे निज् हलादिशेषः निज्. and then निजां त्रयाणां गुणः श्लौ इति अभ्यासस्य गुणः. so नेनिज्. so नेनिज् वेविज् वेविष् इति त्रयाणाम् अङ्गानि. so धिष् हलादिशेषः धिधिष् अभ्यासे चर्च दिधिष्. so तुतुर् नेनिज् वेविज् वेविष् दिधिष् इति एतेषाम् अङ्गानि. so as soon as you have the ik in the upadha, there is the possibility of puganta laghupadhasya cha. There are also laghupadhas and therefore puganta laghupadhasya cha ityanena gunaha bhavati pitsu pratyayeshu. Right? So tuturti becomes tutorti, नेनेक्ति, वेवेक्ति, वेवेष्टि, दिधेष्टि etc. सर्वत्र गुणः भवति. गुणस्तु सर्वत्र पित्सु प्रत्ययेषु प्राप्नोति. किन्तु अजादौ पिति गुणनिषेधः अस्ति. नाभ्यस्तस्य अचिपिति सार्वधातुके इति सूत्रं. न अभ्यस्तस्य इति षष्ठी. अचि पिति सार्वधातुके इति सर्वमपि सप्तमी विभक्तौ. गुणः इति अनुवर्तते लघूपधस्य च इत्यपि. so this is 7387 immediately following puganta laghupadhasya cha, which is 7386. okay, so you have sarvadhatuka ardhadhatukayoh puganta laghupadhasya cha nabhyastasya achipiti sarvadhatuke abhyastasya angasya. so an anga which is abhyasta is ubhe abhyastam. द्वित्वे कृते उभयोः अभ्यस्तसंज्ञा भवति. so अभ्यस्तस्य अङ्गस्य अजादौ पिति सार्वधातुके गुणः न भवति. so guna is prevented even in pith. the normal case is ngiti cha ityanena अपिति गुणनिषेधः सर्वत्र भवति किन्तु पिति अपि गुणनिषेधः अनेन सूत्रेण दीयते अभ्यस्तस्य लघूपधस्य अङ्गस्य अजादौ पिति सार्वधातुके गुणः न स्यात् गुणनिषेधः so you have tutur ani वस्तुतः गुणे प्राप्ते गुणः निषिध्यते so there is nothing it just becomes tuturani but there is no guna is prevented in this case because of nabhyastasya achipiti sarvadhatuke so forget this sutra and we'll spend like hours wondering why there is no guna which I myself have experienced so नाभ्यस्तस्य अचिपिति सार्वधातुके इति सूत्रेण पिति सार्वधातुके गुणनिषेधः भवति so this sutra applies to all five where there are igupadhas okay tur धातुः पश्यामः हलादौ पिति पुगन्तलघूपधस्य च इत्यनेन गुणः भवति अजादौ पिति नाभ्यस्तस्य चीति गुणनिषेधः गुणे निषिद्धे किमपि कार्यं नास्ति it just remains as it is okay? हलादौ पिति हलिच इति उपधादीर्घः हलिच is a sutra which we did earlier also it comes after rvor upadhaya दीर्घैकः हलिच rvoः उपधायाः रेफवान्तस्य धातोः उपधायाः इकः दीर्घः स्यात् rvoः उपधायाः इकः दीर्घः हलि when followed by a hal so the upadha the ik which is in the upadha of रेफान्त धातु is elongated दीर्घः भवति हलि अतः हलादौ पिति हलि च इत्यनेन उपधा दीर्घः भवति अजादौ पिति किमपि कार्यं नास्ति so it remains as tutur so actually in both अजादौ पिति and अजादौ अपीति I'm sorry so this should be हलादौ अपीति and अजादौ अपीति so हलादौ अपीति हलि च इत्यनेन उपधा दीर्घः अजादौ अपीति किमपि कार्यं नास्ति so in both cases pit and apit if it is ajadi there is no karya it just remains as tutur हलादौ पिति गुणे कृते तुतोर हलादौ अपीति दीर्घे कृते तुतूर okay so you have the green ones which is the puganta लघुपधस्य च इत्यनेन गुणे तुतोर so तुतोर्ति तुतोर्षि तुतोर्मि अजादौ अपीति गुणनिषेधः so there is actually no karya it remains as tutur but to emphasize on the guna nishedha we still have it in a different color so tuturani tuturava tuturama haladau apiti halicha ityanena dirghah so you have tuturtah tuturthah tuturvah ityadi ajadau apiti kimapi nasti so just have tutur tuturati tuturatu atuturuhu Paul
Swamiji, I just had a comment
yeah
before we can continue. The tipi anaste is applied only to padantasya. That's why bhasasti does not come.
no, it's not babhasti you have ababhas it is still padanta no once you remove the pratyaya ababhas the pratyaya is gone so ababhas sakara is padanta if it is not padanta you can not apply sasajashoruhu also
Right. So ababhas it is padanta. But there is no tipi there. Okay, anyway, I'll think about some.
yeah okay so for the others are wondering what was this was about just a minute Paul the babhas so I didn't raise it so you have the ababhas t and ababhas s so once we remove the halyabhyo dirghatsuttasya praktam hal we have ababhas okay. so the normal thing is to do rutva visarga which is what is given in all books I mean I have referred to at least 5 different books so all books give only ababha so that is the right form but I was wondering why we don't apply tipyanastehe or sipi dhato rurva. If you remember from the Rudhadigana, if the dhatu is sakaranta, tipi anastehe asbhinnasya sakarantasya dhatoho padantasya dattvam bhavati. So instead of rutva, as an apavada to rutva, we have the dattva. Okay, so we had achakat, achakad, and some other dhatu in the Rudhadigana also. So there is dattva and optional chartva. And similarly, sipi dhatoho rurva. In sip, there should be the rutva optionally, and then there is also dattva. So three forms. So we saw the his dhatu in Rudhadigana. It had forms ahinat and ahinad in tip, and ahinaha, ahinat, ahinad. Three forms in sip. Okay. So that should apply to all sakaranta dhatus. Okay. Pratyaya lope pratyaya lakshana is always there. I mean, it's only because of the pratyaya lakshana that we call this as tipi and sipi. The sutra very specifically says tipi pare dattvam bhavati, sipi pare va rutvam. So in the absence of rutva, you have the dattva. Okay. So why does that not apply to this dhatu? It is sakaranta, and you have, at least it seems that all other conditions are satisfied. So I spent some half an hour yesterday wondering, and I could not find an answer. So if any of you can think of it, please let me know, or let us know, so that we can know in the next class. Okay. All the books I've referred to, the Dhatavritti does not mention it. Siddhanta Kaumudi itself does not have this. I mean, he gives only the Latlakara forms, but Bala Manorama says Abhabhaha. Pushpa Dikshit's books gives Abhabhaha. There is a Brihad Dhatu Rupavali given by the Sringeri Matham, which is a pretty reliable book. So that also gives Abhabhaha. So none of them give the optional Dattva or even the Dattva. So, but the reason for it not applying, we have to think. Okay. So that was about the bhas. So coming back to the tur dhatu. Yes, Paul.
Okay, so it's turorti.
Tutorti.
Tutor. What am I doing? Yes. Get me started. Thank you. Okay, good. Tutorti. Tututaha. And tuturati. Tutorshi. Tuturtaha. Tuturta. Tutormi. Tuturvaha. Tuturmaha. Tutortu. Tuturtat. Tuturtam. Tuturtu. Tuturhi. Tuturtat. Tuturtam. Tuturta. Tuturani. Tuturani. Tuturava.
Natva.
Tuturani. Tuturava. Tuturam. So then atutoho. Yes. Atutoho. Tuturtam.
Atuturtam.
Yes. Atuturtam. Atuturhu. Atutoho. Atuturtam. Atuturta. Atuturam. Atuturva. Atuturma. Tuturyat. Tuturyatam. Tuturyuhu. Tuturyaha. Tuturyatam. Tuturyat. Tuturyam. Tuturyava. Tuturyama.
So the here, so tip and sip, you have halgyambhyo dirghat sutisya praktam hal ityanena lopaha. So after lopa, I mean you still have the guna because of pratyaya lakshana. Puganta labhupadasya chaiti gune krite. So you have atutor. So the pratyayas are deleted. So the rutva gets visarga directly. So kharavasana or visarjaniya. So atutoho iti rupam. So in both cases the form will be atutoho. Questions? There was one question. Somebody says that Pushpa Dikshit does not do Guna Nishedha and Tuturani. She does. I think she does. Because she definitely mentions Nabhyastasya Chagati. Yes, page 403 in the Sahaja Bodha, 402 and 403. Tuturani, Tuturava, Tuturama. Okay. So there is Guna Nishedha. Okay, so we will move ahead. So Turdhatu. So next you have the Nijam Trayanam. So the three dhatus, Nij, Vij and Vish. So Nij, Vij, both of them are Jakarantas. So Haladau Piti, Puganta Laghu Pathasya cha iti Gunaha. So you have the Guna. Also, where there is a Jhal following, Choh Kuhu Ityanena Kutvam Bhavati. Okay, so you have Ne Nij, Ti. गुणे पुगन्तलघुपथस्य चैत्यनेन गुणे कृते नेनेज् ति तत्र चोः कुः इत्यनेन कुत्वे नेनेक्ति नेनेक्षि. So if it is not a jhal following, so nenij mi, you just have guna nenejmi. So if the following letter is jhal, there is kutva by choh kuhu. Again a sutra which we have covered earlier. Chavargasya kavargadeshah bhavati jhali padante cha. अजादौ पिति नाभ्यस्तस्य चिपिति सार्वधातुके इति गुणनिषेधः भवति. So there is no difference at all. So नेनिजानि नेनिजाव नेनिजाम किमपि कार्यं न भवति. हलादौ अपिति हलादौ अपिति चोः कुः इत्यनेन कुत्वं भवति. झलादौ अपिति क्षम्यताम्. So when it is followed by an apit pratyaya which is झलादि, you have चोः कुः इति कुत्वं. If it is a khar letter, you have kharicha iti chartvam bhavati. Ajhaladau apiti. So if it is an apit which is not jhaladi, okay, whether it is ajadi or vakara, makara, etc., kimapi karyam na bhavati. So you have the haladi pit, you have the guna, and then nenekti, nenekshi, nenejmi, okay, nenektu bhavati. Ajadau piti kimapi na bhavati nabhyastasya chipiti sarvadhatuke iti gunanishedhah. So nenijani nenijava nenijama anenijam. Jhaladau apiti. So apit which is jhaladi, you have chohkuhu. So it becomes nenig. Kharicha ityanena chartve nenik. So neniktaha neniktaha neniktha. So if it is dhi, here is a nenigdhi. There is no chartva. Okay, nenigdhi. हुझल्भ्यो हेर्धिः इत्यनेन हि इत्यस्य स्थाने धि अनन्तरं नेनिज् धि चोः इति कुत्वे नेनिग्धि. सो अन्यत्र न किञ्चित् नेनिजति नेनिज्वः नेनिज्मः नेनिज्यात् इत्यादिषु किञ्चिदपि कार्यं नास्ति. सो इन् तिप् एण्ड् सिप् गुणः भवति नेनेक् I mean नेनेज्. So you have the pratyayalopa. हल्याभ्यो दीर्घात् इत्यस्य प्रक्तं हल्. चोः कुः इति पदान्ते कुत्वं भवति. So you have नेनेग्. वावसाने इति चर्त्वे अनेनेक् अनेनेग् इति रूपद्वयम्. So you have guna, pratyayalopa, kutva and vaikalpika chartva. So anenek, aneneg. Meenakshi.
नेनेक्ति ने ने नेनिक्तः नेनिग्धः
Neniktah.
नेनिक्तः नेनिजति नेनेक्षि नेनिक्तः नेनिक्थ नेनेक्मि
Nenejmi.
नेनेज्मि नेनिज्वः नेनिज्मः नेनेक्तु नेनिक्तां नेनिक्तात् नेनिक्तां नेनिक्तुः
Nenijatu.
नेनिजतु नेनिग्धि नेनिक्तात् नेनिक्तं नेनिक्त नेनिजानि नेनिजाव नेनिजाम अनेनेक अनेनेक्ताम्
Aneniktam.
अनेनिक्ताम् अनेनिक्तुः
Anenijuhu. There is no.
अनेनिजुः अनेनिजुः अनेनिक अनेनिक
Anenek. Aneneg.
अनेनेक अनेनिक्ताम् अनेनिक्तम् अनेनिक्त अनेनिजम् अनेनिव अनेनिव
Anenijwa. Anenijma.
अनेनिज्व अनेनिज्म अने फर्स्ट वन
Anenijam.
अनेनिजम् अनेनिज्व अनेनिज्म नेनिज्यात् नेनिज्यातां नेनिज्युः नेनिज्याः नेनिज्यातां नेनिज्यात नेनिज्यां नेनिज्याव नेनिज्याम
So the same thing will be for Wij. So it will be Vevek or Vevej. So Vevekti, Veviktaha, Vevijati. So there is no difference at all because the final letter is the same. So it will be Vevekshi, Veviktha, Veviktha, Vevejmi, Vevijvaha, Vevijmaha ityadini rupani Vijadhatoho. Kutrapi bhedaha nasti. The last two dhatus are Vish and Dhish. Right? So it becomes Vevish and Didhish. So Vevish ityatra abhyasasya nijam trayanam gunashlav iti gunaha. Didhish ityatra abhyasasya gunaha nasti. So Vevish and Didhish. So haladau piti pugantalaghupadhasya cha iti gunaha bhavati. Sipi shadhoh kassi. So you have Vevish si. Gune krite Vevesh si. Shadhoh kaha si. So this sutra we again saw in the Rudhadigana. Shakara dhakarayoho sakare pare kakaradeshah bhavati. So it becomes vevek si vevekshi iti bhavati. Veveshti vevishtah vevishati vevekshi. Shakarasya sthane kakaradeshah shadhoh kassi iti. Ajadau piti नाभ्यस्तस्य चिपिति सार्वधातुके इति गुणनिषेधः Jhaladau apiti. So when again followed by the jhaladi and not pit, you have the shtutva for the takara or thakara. Wherever the pratyaya has takara or thakara, it gets converted to takara or thakara by shtutva. So it need not be in jhaladi, even in the haladi. So you have vevish ti, veveshti, it becomes veveshti. So the shakara converts the following takara or thakara to shtutva. Okay, so to takara or thakara. And if it is dhakaradi, you have the shtutva and also the jashtva for the shakara. So it becomes dakara. Okay, so we will see examples. So ajhaladau kimapi karyam nasti. So if it is not jhal, there is no karya. So you have vevesh, veveshti, vevekshi. So shadhokassi iti katvam. Veveshmi, veveshti, vevekshi, veveshmi, veveshtu. So ajadau piti karyam kimapi nasti. So vevishani, vevishava, vevishama, avevisham. Jhaladau piti, you have the shtutva. So vevishtaha, vevishtaha, vevishtha, vevishtam, vevishtam, vevishta, etc. So in case of he, you have hujalbhyo herdhihi. So you have vevish dhi. Dhakarasya shtunashtuhu iti shtutve vevish dhi. Jhalam just jhashi ityanena shakarasya jastvena dakaraha. So you have vevid dhi, vevidhi iti rupam. Vevidhi, vevishtat, vevishtam, vevishta. So ajadau anyatra ajhaladau apiti kimapi karyam nasti. Vevishati, vevishvaha, vevishmaha ityadi. So anybody would like to take this? Those who have not tried so far today. Mahadevan.
Okay. Veveshti, Vevishtaha, Vevishati, Vevekshi, Vevishtaha, Vevishtha, Veveshmi, Vevishvaha, Vevishmaha. Float लगा Veveshtu, Vevishtat, Vevishtam, Vevishatu. Is it Vevedhi?
Vevidhi. There's no guna.
Vevidhi. Vevidhi, Vevishtat, Vevishtam, Vevishta. Vevishani, Vevishani. I think Natvam is there. Vevishani, Vevishava, Vevishama. Aveved, Avevishtam, Avevishuhu. Aveved, Avevishtam, Avevishta. Avevisham, Avevishva, Avevishma. Vevishyat, Vevishyatam, Vevishyuhu, Vevishyaha, Vevishyatam, Vevishyata, Vevishyam, Vevishyava, Vevishyama.
Okay, fine. As you can see in tip and sip, again you have the guna and then the pratyaya is deleted. So you have avevesh. Jhalam jashonta ityanena shakarasya jastvena dakaraha. So aveved vavasane iti vachartvam. So you have avevet, aveved iti bhavati. Okay. So the didhish will have similar forms. So you have didheshti, didhishtaha, didhishati, didhekshi, didhishtaha, didhishtha, didheshmi, didhishvaha, didhishmaha. Samanam rupam. So it will be similar forms. So with this we have covered all dhatus of the Jhotyadi-gana. Okay. So the useful exercise is you just take the dhatu patha. So what is the form after dvitva? So ga becomes jiga, jan, jajan, dhan, dadhan, dhish, didhish, tur, tutur, kit, chikit, and so on. So you have the dhatu patha. So first exercise is with the dvitva and the second is the forms. Actually, if you are able to tell the first three forms, you have the major three categories. One is haladi pit, the other is haladi apit, and the third one is jhaladi apit. Say ga. Jigati, jigitaha, jigati. Okay, so jan, jajanti, jajataha, jajnyati. So the major karyas you will generally have if you tell the first three forms of lat. So you will have to remember what is the special sutra. So for each of these you will have to remember what is the karya. So ga, what happens? There is nothing. There is ihalyaghoho. That is the only sutra which appears. So jigitaha. Okay, and then there is lopa when followed by the ajadi pratyaya. So haladau ihalyaghoho iti itvam bhavati, ajadau lopaha. So jan, you have to remember the three special sutras, right? So there is the जनखनघसां सञ्झलोः इत्यनेन आत्वं ये विभाषा इति वा आत्वं कमजनखनखनघसां लोपः किङित्यनङि इति उपधालोपः. So dhana, there is nothing. Nashchapadantasya chali and anuswarasya parasavarnah. So as I said, if you do an oral practice with the PPT by the side, I mean, if you have a doubt, you can just refer to that, the table, what happens. So if you can just look at the dhatu and recollect what are the karyas, you should be able to do the forms quite easily. Okay. So with this, we are done with the Juhotyadigana. So in the next class, we will start with the Adadi, which is definitely the most difficult of the ganas, simply because there is no factor which binds the dhatus together. If you look at all ganas, they have a common factor. There is the vikarana, the common vikarana, or even in the Juhotyadigana, the vikarana is deleted, but you have the shlau, the common karya which binds them together. So the one karya which is there for all dhatus is the dvitva. So the vikarana will generally give rise to some commonality between the dhatus. But unfortunately for the Adadigana, there are around 70 dhatus. There is nothing. You do shap and the shap is deleted, but there is no common karya for all. You just have to go them separately. So if, for each of them, it will be difficult. Okay. So yes, if you notice that the first four ganas are very easy because they are all adantas. Even after that, the ganas which are ajanta ganas, say the kriyadi gana, the swadi gana, the tudadi gana, they are also fairly easy. So it is when you come to the angas where it is halanta, say you have the rudhadi gana, where even though you have the vikarana comes in between. So at the end you have the different hal letters. So in the Juhotyadigana, they are all, some are ajantas, but the halantas are more. So again, in the Adadigana, the halantas, wherever you have a hal, so it will undergo hal sandhi with the pratyaya. So that is what gives rise to the difficulty. So if it is ach, it is generally easier. Okay. So yes, it is there, but in the Dhatu Patha, we have around 2000. So these three ganas, the Rudhadi, the Juhotyadi and Adadi, they account for hardly some 100 or 120 dhatus. Okay. It's not even 10%. So probably 5% of the dhatus. So you will have to put in the effort, more effort. That's all. But with time, they will also, there is a pattern to all them. So it will become inherent if you practice, especially if you do the oral practice regularly for some days, it will become more and more easy. Okay. So can you please upload the Dhatu Patha including the Juhotyadi Gana? Have I not done it? I should have uploaded it right at the first class of, or the second class of the Juhotyadi Gana. I'll check it. If it is not there, I will upload it. Okay. Any questions? So we will stop here. येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्.